We're on Ketubot, Perek Yud Aleph, Mishnah Hey, 5th Mishnah in the 11th chapter of Ketubot. So we're continuing to talk about a case where a husband dies and they have to sell his property in order to support his family. So we learned in the last Mishnah, let's make it even a little bigger, that the almanah, if she makes a mistake, she gets up to a dinar, a very small amount. But more than a dinar, she has to pay back, or michro batel. Here we go. Macha, if she's ketubah was maneh and she sold shabeh maneh b'dinar b'maneh, she was off by a dinar, a very small amount. Michra batel, that's gone because we're dealing with the property that belongs to the Tomim. So now, interestingly, in the Mishnah, the halacha or Jewish law gives the dayanim, gives the beit din, the right and responsibility of selling property on her behalf. You can't assume every almanah had the ability to sell the property in order to take care of herself, nor it was probably not easier for her to do. So beit din could sell and could sell the property. Sometimes they sold it with what's called an igeret bikoret. We're going to see in this Mishnah igeret bikoret. Bikoret means like a letter of bikoret, of evaluation. Hachrazah. Igeret bikoret was an announcement. They would announce to everybody, we're doing a public sale of the land, and that way everyone would come evaluate and then determine the real value of the property. Okay, so sometimes they would do igeret bikoret, and sometimes beit din would just sell it. Says the Mishnah, Shuma dayanim, if the evaluation of the dayanim shepichatu shtut o hosifu shtut, let's say the fachot, they devalue the property a sixth, or they overvalue the property a sixth, michran batel. Okay, michran batel, their sale is negated if we discover afterwards. Why? Because what is a sixth? I'm just going to show you the word here. Okay, that's called, shtut is called ona'ah. There's an isur of ona'at mamon. Okay, al tonu ish et achiv. Let's see if we can find the pasuk. If you're selling something to your fellow man, or or you're buying something, al tonu ish et achiv. Do not do ona'ah. That's vayikra chaf yudalid. That's a halachic concept called, I'll just write it here, ona'at mamon. Right? Ona'ah means the usury or taking advantage. What's the amount to make something usury? That's a shtut. If you sell something or if somebody buys something for a sixth more than it's worth, the guy can come back and say, hey, you ripped me off, and beit din will justify it and say, you have to return mechro batel. So, if the dayanim, says the Tanakama, if the dayanim are off by a sixth, either they overcharge or they oversell for a sixth, mechro batel is like batel, like all ona'ah. Rabbi Shimon ben Gamliel says, whoa, mechran kayam. Okay, their mecher is kayam. Im kain, because if you say their mecher is batel, ma koach beit din yafeh. What's the point of, what is the, ma koach, what is the strength of beit din yafeh? What good is the beit din? Meaning the reason you go to beit din is because they evaluate to the best of their ability, and they're above the laws of ona'ah in this case. It's not a regular case where one person is selling his property to another. Aval imasu igeret bikoret, but in the case where they actually did a public declaration, they sent out a notice, igeret bikoret, an announcement that people will, that sha'yedei achrazah b'nei adam mevakrim, so everybody's going to come and evaluate the land. Afilu machu shaveh maneh b'matayim, even if they sold 100, land worth 100 for 200, o shaveh matayim b'maneh, or land that's worth 200 for 100, michran kayam, meaning their mecher is, their sale is extant and it is established and it can't be negated, meaning, if they do a public auction, that determines the price, even though it's a temporary, dip or whatever. We determine later that they could have gotten more money. At that point, that was the price, and therefore the mechar is kayam. So, just to evaluate, an almana gets up to a dinar. Beit din, if she's more than dinar off, mechar batel. Beit din, Tanakama says shtut, a sixth, like ona'at mamon. Shimon Gamliel says no, even more than a shtut. But if they didn't igeret bikoret, then everyone agrees, afilu machu shabeh maneh b'matayim, and vice versa. Everyone agrees that the sale is considered good and it's not undone. Stop here, as we always do, and dedicate our learning to the memory of my father, Harav Simcha ben Yitzchak Kalman. Have a good day.